What is about to change in your life? These cards show a change that may not happen in the way you expect. At first, something new begins. Possibility becomes real. A direction that once felt uncertain suddenly gives you something to move toward. That new beginning isn't the biggest change in this reading, because after it begins, something unexpected happens. And what comes after that may bring a person, opportunity, dream, or part of your past back into your life. Let's see what the cards are showing. Your first card is the Queen of Cups. And the first thing I notice here is that you may already sense that something is changing. You may not have proof yet. You may not know exactly what is coming. But emotionally, something feels different. The Queen of Cups is deeply intuitive. She notices what isn't being said. She pays attention to subtle changes. She understands that sometimes you feel a shift before you can explain it. For some of you, there may be a situation you're emotionally invested in. A relationship, a decision, an opportunity, something you've been hoping for, or simply a part of your life where you've been wondering what happens next. And I think you've been spending more time thinking about this than other people realize. You may have imagined different possibilities, wondered how things could unfold, asked yourself what you should do if something changes. And that brings us to your second card, the Seven of Cups. Now we see the uncertainty. There may be several possibilities in front of you, several directions you could take, several outcomes you've imagined, but you don't know which one is actually going to happen. The Seven of Cups can appear when there are choices, opportunities, dreams, expectations, but also confusion. You may be looking at your future and thinking, which direction is real? What should I choose? What if I make the wrong decision? What if I'm hoping for something that never actually happens? And sometimes, the Seven of Cups shows that we've spent so much time imagining different outcomes that it becomes difficult to commit to one direction. But that uncertainty doesn't continue, because your third card is the Ace of Wands. And this is where something becomes real. An opportunity appears. A new idea excites you. Someone makes a move. An invitation arrives. A project begins. A connection becomes more interesting. Or you suddenly feel motivated to pursue something you had only been thinking about before. The Ace of Wands brings momentum. Something that existed only as a possibility now gives you a reason to act. And I think you'll feel the difference immediately. After the emotional uncertainty of the Seven of Cups, there is finally something in front of you. Something you can respond to. Something you can explore. Something that makes you think, maybe this is it. Maybe this is the direction I've been waiting for. For some of you, this could be a new career opportunity, a business idea, a creative project, a new relationship or attraction, an invitation, a move, a journey, or simply the beginning of a new chapter that makes you excited about what's ahead. But we still have two cards left. And this is where the reading changes completely. Because your fourth card is the Tower. This is the turning point. Something happens that you weren't expecting. A revelation. A sudden event. A change of plans. Something breaking down. Or simply a realization that changes the way you see the situation. And I think what's important here is the position of the Tower. Comes after the Ace of Wands. Something new begins. You feel excited. You think you understand where things are going. And then something changes the direction. For some of you, information may come to light. You discover something you didn't know before. Plan doesn't unfold the way you expected. Someone behaves differently than you thought they would. An opportunity changes. A situation develops faster than you were prepared for. Or something you believed was stable suddenly becomes impossible to ignore. Tower doesn't always mean disaster. Sometimes it is simply the moment when reality interrupts the story we thought we were living. Something becomes clear, and once you see it, you can't go back to seeing the situation the way you did before. But this is where the reading becomes especially interesting, because the Tower is not the final card. Your final card is the Six of Cups. And this tells me that after the unexpected change, something from your past becomes important again. A person, an opportunity, a place, a dream, a relationship, an old interest, or even a version of yourself that you thought you had left behind. For some of you, yes, this could be someone returning. Person you haven't spoken to for some time may reach out. An old connection may become relevant again. Or circumstances may bring you back into contact with someone you never expected to see again. But I don't want to limit this card to relationships. The Six of Cups can also show a former opportunity returning. Going back to something you once loved. Revisiting an old idea. Returning to a place. Reconnecting with a friend. Or remembering something you wanted before life took you in a different direction. And I think the Tower changes the way you see whatever returns. Because you're not meeting this person, opportunity, or situation as the person you were before. Something has changed. You have changed. Your circumstances are different. And that may allow you to see the past in a completely new way. So, what is about to change in your life? The cards suggest that your direction is about to change. Right now, you may be emotionally invested in several possibilities. You may be wondering which direction your life is going to take. And soon, something new appears. An opportunity, a beginning, an invitation, an attraction, an idea, something that gives you momentum and makes you believe you've finally found the next path. But the cards suggest that this new beginning isn't the real change. The real change comes afterwards. Something unexpected happens. A revelation, a sudden development, a disruption, a change of plans, something that forces you to reconsider where you're going. And then, the past returns, not necessarily so you can repeat it, not necessarily so you can go backward, but because something you once knew, wanted, loved, or experienced may have a new role to play in what happens next. For some of you, a person returns. For others, an old opportunity reappears. A forgotten dream becomes possible again. Place you left behind becomes important. A relationship is reconsidered. Or you rediscover something about yourself that you had stopped paying attention to. And perhaps that's the most important part of this reading. You may think the change is the new beginning. You may think the Ace of Wands is the answer. But it isn't. The new beginning is what sets everything in motion. The Tower is what changes your direction. And the Six of Cups reveals where your attention may turn next. The Queen of Cups shows that you may already sense something shifting. The Seven of Cups shows the uncertainty and possibilities surrounding you. The Ace of Wands brings something new into motion. The Tower changes the direction you thought you were taking. And the Six of Cups brings something from your past back into focus. So if something new begins soon, pay attention to what happens next. If plans suddenly change, if information comes to light, if something doesn't unfold the way you expected, don't assume you've simply been thrown off course, because the cards suggest that the unexpected change may redirect you towards something you thought was already behind you. And this time, you won't be meeting it as the person you were before. The change coming into your life may begin with something new, but where it leads could bring you face to face with something you never expected to revisit. Take what resonates with you and leave the rest. And if you enjoy discovering what the cards may reveal about what's unfolding next, subscribe to Celestial Archivist Tarot. I'll see you in the next reading.